What's up and welcome. This is Olympus Mons with the Above Limits podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the coronavirus as of March 24th, 2020. Now, as the cases seem to be increasing exponentially or doubling until they quadruple, we now have the president talking about how he wants to open up the economy again in a week, but he states that what if the economy is stuck in the position that it's in, where nobody can go to work, that it's worse than what will happen to the economy is worse than people dying. And I guess it'd be some type of sacrifice that we're all going to have to make. The numbers are pointing to that people that are over the age of 80 are the most likely the people to die. But there are people dying that are not just 80s, that are in their 30s. And I kind of gave myself last Friday, when it was I was at work and where I was thinking of what I'm supposed to be doing. I said, we have 5 days. We have 5 days. And by today, the fifth day, we had 6 cases in my city. Andrew Cuomo is stating that he said today went all out. Could be a truth bomb or could be a fear porn. That in 2 to 3 weeks, every single major city or city that has issues right now is going to be New York. Meaning that they're the epicenter for the ground zero for the coronavirus. That in Washington and some parts of California are the ground zero of the coronavirus. The reason being is because of the international hub they seem to be, by having international travelers start there and then they travel throughout the United States when they come here. And he's saying that they needed they only got 4,000 ventilators. They need something like 40,000. And that's where we're headed, because there is no cure. There is no therapeutics, as the president says. And the chaos that's going to happen is the overloading of the medical system. People that can't breathe, because the coronavirus does one of 3 things. Either you feel like shit and you kind of just get over it. You're sick, but also the other thing that could happen is that you feel sick, but you can't breathe, and you need oxygen to be able to breathe. Lastly, the thing that happens is you're so sick you have to be on a ventilator, and you could have possible organ failure. So at this moment, President Trump is basically fearing that the economy it's not worth to quarantine, and he will defy all his medical advisors to put the country back to work, and basically will be hiding grandma and grandpa, if he still got them, or people that are sick. And then everybody else is just going to have to deal with it. If you get it, you're going to get it. And they're saying that you could possibly, there's no telling if you could get reinfected with this thing. That it could just be naturally going on. And for me, on a spiritual level, I think this could be the start of the weakening of human beings. Let's say we get a fatal wound, you know what I'm saying? And generationally, this thing can plague us. If it's Dr. Fauci saying it's going to be a year and a half before, at least before we have a viable vaccine for this thing. Okay. Now, most people like me and you know that this looks like the end. You know what I mean? Because let's say if something major happens, like an EMP or some type of conflict amongst nations, because I mean, China is basically they got leaders over there saying that this is a man-made bioweapon from the United States Army. Other people are pointing the finger at Wuhan has this level 4 medical facility for bio research over there in Wuhan, the start of the place where all this started. And if something like that happened, along with economy and the food shortage that is sure to come, because people are going to run out of food, and everybody's going to the store. That's the only place you can go to, supposedly. And if it gets worse, that will be the only place you go to until you can't go there no more, because the fear of all this. So my dilemma, the thing that I think about is, do you want your body to either be able to pull through this or not be able to pull through this? What if it mutates into something worse, which it can? What if this is a plan for everybody to take some type of pill or something, force people into have to take something, and that forever changes who you are and who the people are, some type of underlying agenda to this. And I say that because you have the Democrats wanting to add extra stuff into this bill to help the economy, which some might say we shouldn't be helping the economy like that, just giving away free money. Just talk to the providers. Hey, you need cable, you need at least internet for entertainment. You're gonna have people locked up. You need electricity, pay them directly. Fuck it. Contact the mortgage companies. Have a process for all that. But just giving people, I don't know. It's very complicated. I didn't want to get into that, but this could be something that dumbs you down, or I hate to say about movies, you know what I mean, but they have some truth and some foresight into things. I mean, just look into Contagion. I mean, that's basically, we're living Contagion. There's protocols. That self-distancing thing was in Contagion. That was like in 2000 whatever. It's just kind of part of the format, self-distancing. Kind of in the playbook of controlling diseases, etc. But a dividing up of people. The separating of sheep. What if being a carrier, carrying this disease, makes you something else, or worst case scenario, and I don't know the answer. I kind of think that we should just shut down for 2 months. You need to learn how to not eat as much. It'd be hard with a family and with kids that don't understand. But for me, I'm trying to limit myself to like 2 meals a day, barely eating. And if I can go longer than that, because it's important in the future if there is a food shortage, if there's a break in the supply chain, if you have no money to be able to do anything, and that's where we're at with it. It's a 14-day incubation period, right? Here in my city, it's taking 3 days to get the results. So when people get the results, or when people go get tested, how do you know those people aren't going to the store? How do you know they didn't go get a pack of smokes? Because they may feel better or something. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm with Andrew Cuomo. The president seems to think that this is going to go away in a week. This only started a week ago, people. This only started a week ago with us having to really worry. You know, where people are like, "Oh shit." The president's saying no, we need to open up the economy again. We need to get people back to work. Hide your grandma, hide your grandpa. Everybody else, you're going to get it. But, you know, I'm with Andrew Cuomo. I say it's going to get worse. All the data says it's going to get worse. And in Italy, it's bad because they don't have enough beds. They don't have enough whatever. And, you know, it's going to go fire through the whole United States. You're bound to not have enough beds. You're bound to not have enough ventilators. You're bound to not have any medicine. You know, China's already talking about cutting us off on the ingredients to make medicine and medical equipment itself, because all of it's made in China. You think that couldn't lead to some type of conflict? You know, I was going to say also, you have the Democrats wanting to put all this stuff into this bill, and the only reason why the original plan wasn't put through is because 5 Republicans have coronavirus. You know, very, very convenient. Harvey Weinstein has coronavirus. You know, very convenient. These powerful people that have coronavirus right now, and everybody else kind of doesn't. You know, when leftists, who to me have been the most with this NWO agenda, are trying to put in different things that will become law, that will be law in the United States after this bill is signed. 1,400 extra pages of what do you think? That will be law. Stuff that doesn't pertain to coronavirus. These are the things that you need to be worried about. I think Trump is wrong. He wants the economy to go back. Says you're being forced. You're going to be forced to get sick and to deal with it. You know what I mean? You're going to be forced. He's been right on a lot of things. But to me, I don't know. The data says that it's going to get worse across the nation as far as people being sick. And the ability for us to treat people is going to be really, really hard for the next couple of months. So this is Olympus Mons. If you're seeing me on BitChute, go ahead and follow me on YouTube, the Above Limits podcast, and we'll see where we're at next time. Peace.